It's Wednesday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Obi Ajilo Olabisi Ubo, and as usual, I have the beautiful ladies of Your View. Nima Akashat Zibire. What's going on?
Layer loading. Layer loading. You know me, tomatoes, that is my problem.
What happened, please?
Tomatoes has gone up.
It's tomatoes. I want to do layer. Everybody yesterday, I stopped by to greet my friends. So I have this place I buy fruits and make my clothes. The young women, they like to come and spend the day with me. They were just gisting with me. How will they come? I say,
no tomatoes.
Now they multiply.
They come, no tomatoes.
Everybody is coming for a layer and my heart is palpitating.
Yeah.
But we'll go. I'll call my help and see if
what they can do.
They can support me to this period.
I think we should to mix with carrots as well.
That carrot,
you
I've
not
not gotten the hang of it.
Yeah.
No,
I
do it inside house.
Yeah.
But for the outdoor
general
cooking,
people, yeah.
I don't know how it's
if they just come, maybe we'll just do maybe a quarter bag or half bag of it.
Just do fried rice, gun.
It's true.
Run away from
avoid
pepper. And leave jollof rice.
That's busy. Because I'm very actually my fried rice is better than my jollof rice.
Give them fried rice.
But I don't want to cook by myself. I don't want to have to get up because if they do jollof rice, everybody's safe. But if there's a way my fried rice, I don't use coloring. The veggies have to be very, very, very.
Okay. We are here with you.
Damilola Banire, please, what in the House of Assembly is going on this morning?
That's the house of the assembly that we have gathered here. And that's why this table is an assembly of we beautiful women.
Yes,
intelligent women.
How are you?
It's assembly. Sometimes we assemble not just to fly, because she's the one that you fit fly. I cannot fly. I don't have. They are being housed. Some people first timer. They are being housed. Some people first timer. As in season just this is them in my room, Bubaera. As well like this, we be politic everywhere. I don't want to know anymore. Good morning, Nigeria.
Wow, you have come. I've missed you anyway.
Thank you.
Ramsey.
I'm fine.
How are you?
Arsenal fans, let us have peace. Let us rest. Can you imagine?
Congratulations.
The whole of yesterday, WhatsApp status, personal messages everywhere. Like, just because we allowed them to win. For the first time, we allowed them.
From a club, let somebody.
Don't come at me, but congratulations to all of you. The
Arsenal fans in my ear.
It's massive. The love is massive. I was like, man, the support, everything.
Is it because they don't usually win?
That's what I'm saying. We allowed them to win, but let them enjoy it. Let them enjoy it.
22 years.
2 decades and extra.
The child you gave birth to 22 years ago will probably have almost done with masters.
Yeah.
Like
can imagine, and they are not
the whole master's duration.
Disturbing us.
We need to celebrate them. Honestly, it's a big win for them.
Of course.
I'm not a football fan.
Yeah, so yesterday I went to the market and, people recognized me and they were like, oh. And I met one Miriam. She collected my number. She took pictures. So Miriam, I've not heard from her. She hasn't said hello. Please try and say hello to me. If you're out there, love and
you don't know you're a celebrity.
Love to you. Honestly, and you see, and I was pricing tomatoes. I was pricing tomatoes, and she was like, hello. I was like, ooh.
That's what I don't like. When I
of course,
joined the show and I wanted to just
lives.
price corn.
No, you can't price
Woman call corn. I say, 2, 3. Woman say, you there for TV, so we don't have shop corn again.
We don't go chop corn. Can you imagine? BC of life.
So good, my darling.
So if you're looking,
People have started Nigeria's birthday like this. October is looking like forward again.
What's happening in October?
It's not Nigeria birthday. Independence, you've read already. The land is green.
It's really green. It's really green. I'm just
taking
taking my time to rest this period. I will be resuming coaching next month. So I want to just use I just came back now. We just got back.
Just got back.
So we need to rest and organize ourselves, organize our home and everything. So by next month, I'll start taking coaching sessions again. So for people who are calling, just chill, just a few weeks. And next month will be right here. Let's take a short break. When we come back, we'll do the papers. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We'll be starting the paper reviews with The Nation. Major headline, Amechi. I didn't buy form to be Atiku's running mate. Zoning very necessary. Obi faces Egu-led NDC screening panel. Keke Meke Salisu, others pick APC Senate tickets. Abdulrazak endorses Seriki as successor, Choice Joel's aspirants. EFCC operatives arrest fugitive, ex-minister Maman in Kaduna. Jetties tank farm owners back Dangote refinery. Here we have tax leakage rocks states, government agencies, teachers adopt Oyebanji. And finally, APC members strong words to elect candidates for House of Assembly. What do we have in The Nation?
Okay, the federal government has discovered leakages in certain states. You know, there is concern over persistent leakages in the country's tax system, accusing some state governments, some government-owned enterprises of failing to promptly deduct and remit VAT, that's value-added tax, and the withholding tax as required by law. And the minister, of course, Mr. Taiwo Oyedele, Minister for Finance and Coordinating Minister for the Economy, said the situation is weakening our fiscal fairness, affecting voluntary tax compliance, and placing heavy burdens on state institutions that comply with tax regulations. I want to use the opportunity to talk about, some states, receiving tax as withholding tax and not requiring the ledger and crediting tax credit to the people from whose payments were deducted. So you know that a company would remit certain taxes in bulk. You will just receive it for years without crediting individuals for their taxes. There's a negligence on your part as well. And this is totally contributing to what the minister is talking about. You will see some, they've remitted, they've deducted, but no credit to the individuals whose taxes were deducted. And then you come around and, be pursuing them for, it's just, you cannot benefit from something while you're asking for the same thing. Do the right thing. I don't want to mention them, but if the need comes up, I'll mention them.
You will, if you have to.
Because we've been going back and forth.
Okay, the First Lady to children, she says they should set higher goals and remain focused. And she says that every Nigerian child deserves quality education, health care, and protection. And of course, the competition also, the winners got 1.75 million cash reward and laptops, tablets at the ceremony. And this happened at Abuja. The First Lady Oluremi Tinubu yesterday urged children not to allow their circumstances or environment to limit their dreams. And she encouraged them instead to set higher goals and remain focused on building a brighter future for themselves. She said, every child possesses enormous potentials capable of transforming the nation, and stressed that limitations arising from backgrounds or present realities should never determine the heights children aspire. And the First Lady spoke during the 2026 Children's Day celebration, which was organized by the Federal Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development at the State House Conference Center, the Presidential Villa in Abuja. And she also reaffirmed that the government's commitment to ensuring that every Nigerian child has access to quality education, health care, protection, digital skills, and safe environments to thrive. She also congratulated the winners of the National Essay Competition. She described their achievements as evidence that the country's future remains promising. So I think, if we get this kind of words of encouragement regularly, it will spur some of our children to be on the right path.
Yeah. So true.
Okay, so I have the ISIS story. They said the Defense Headquarters announced that no fewer than 175 ISIS terrorists have been killed in the latest ambush against insurgents. They said the Director of Defense Information, Major General Maila Uba, the military high command, they said that the coordinated operations which commenced a few days ago have continued to record significant successes against ISIS and ISWAP elements operating in the region. They said the operations have also led to the destruction of terrorist checkpoints, weapons, logistics hubs, military equipment, and financial network used to sustain their activities. It also further went ahead to say several high-profile terrorist commanders were among those killed. They named one, they said Abu Bilal al-Muniku is described as one of the most significant ISIS operatives globally. They said his death severely disrupts ISIS command structure, operational coordination, and external attack network. There's still a long story about how all the others, they named all the others too that they were able to
create them, you eradicate them.
Yeah. Small.
Let's move on now to The Punch. A major headline, governorship aspirants shun consensus deal in 10 states. How EFCC tracked ex-minister Maman to Kaduna. Danjuma saved Gowon's Abuja land from El Rufai, this according to Kuka. Turaki-led PDP clears Jonathan for 2027 race. Troops tracking Oyo kidnappers, Defense Headquarters. Here we have federal government misses Q1 tax target by 2.2 trillion. OT Abure truce crumbles amid LP crisis. Aspirants fault APC senatorial primaries in Ekiti and others. 40 Southwest local governors or local governments under terror threats. This is according to Gani Adams. And Dangote unveils plan for multi-billion-dollar Olokola Sea port. Okay, go ahead.
I have the human interest. Troops are tracking Oyo kidnappers. Following the kidnapping and the beheading of a maths teacher of one of the schools that was raided by terrorists, not bandits, in Oyo State, the Director of Defense Media Relations, Major General Michael Onoja, has addressed the press. He says that the military was deploying their full weight to its operational capacity to rescue the victims. He said they made contact with the criminal elements 2 days ago and have since reorganized and are continuing the search and pursuit and operations with full determination. He said they're working in close coordination with relevant security agencies. The Armed Forces is conducting intensive joint operations across forest corridors and ungoverned spaces in the zone. And he also talked about how they are partnering for intelligence, every local populace, people around, for human intelligence, and recognizing that the community operations remain an invaluable asset. Also in the same report, the IG of Police, Tunji Diso, has deployed more detectives from the force headquarters to address the same thing. He said they will collaborate with the joint security team as part of intensified effort to secure the release of the abducted teachers and students of the 3 schools. And I'm hoping that we have results, because results will mean that not only are they safely rescued, that we arrest the criminal. Instead of they say rescue, they will not now arrest anybody. We need somebody to pay for this. If you see the video of that beheading, somebody has to pay for it. Somebody has to pay for it.
Even the boldness to post those sort of videos.
Somebody has to pay for it.
And I wish that waking up very well.
Our National Assembly will immediately amend our law so that by the time prosecution is done, we'll be able to behead.
Yes.
You know, I don't understand.
I took one here. Let me just quickly run it before we go on a short break. Jetties tank farm owners back Dangote refinery. So members of Jetties and petroleum tank farm owners of Nigeria, that's JetFon, have thrown their weight behind Dangote Petroleum Refinery and Petrochemicals Company with a call to government and regulatory authorities to review existing operating module for the midstream and downstream segments of the oil industry. So in a communique issued yesterday through the Executive Secretary of JetFon, Mr. Olayiwola Temitope, the association stated that absolute reliance on local refiner can, refining capacity is the ultimate path to true economic independence and energy security. We've talked about this. The tank farm owners said they do not hold the same position on the issue of fresh import licenses with the Depot and the Petroleum Products Markets Association of Nigeria, that's DAPMAN. And, DAPMAN had, said that during the weekend that it's ready to support marketers in their defense of a lawsuit filed against Dangote Petroleum Refining, seeking the cancellation of the fuel import licenses issued by the, by NMDPRA to marketers. So they are insisting that this is, it's unfair that it's only one person who gets the license to refine locally. But we need to pick a side as a country. Are we focusing on refining? Okay, Dangote has started already. The modular refineries we have, are they functional? Are they refining? Can they meet up to capacity of our needs? Dangote has promised us that he will be able to give, meet up to capacity. Or are we still going to be offering fresh licenses to other people who are joining this business? We need to pick one.
If we want to prevent monopoly, we offer fresh licenses.
The licenses we had already, why are we offering fresh ones?
Boaz, is it Boaz or the owner of the Boaz? His refinery should kick off soon. Completed last year.
So that's like another person.
Samad. And so Samad Rabiu's refinery is also another local one. I don't think that there's any need for all these protests. It's as soon as all these businesses start to kick off, we can have as many as possible. We're our crude oil-rich country.
Markets as well.
So we should open
Let's take a short break here.
And get our refineries up to as well.
When we come back, we continue the papers. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Entertainment. Just found a new home. Your favorite shows, your biggest stars. Now closer than ever. TVC Entertainment. Now on DSTV channel 164. TVC Entertainment. Something for everyone.
Entertainment just found a new home. Your favorite shows, your biggest stars, now closer than ever. TVC Entertainment.
TVC Entertainment. Now on DSTV channel 164.
TV Entertainment. Something for everyone.
Imagine a country with over 320 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa and Igbo? Where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person waiting for street. That's now why we dey introduce to 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show Waiting Day with your brother, your friend Wale Po.
Everywhere.
So Bobo.
This na Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Aww. Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we they give you what they sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
You've got me your papa. Why you not gonna make Yanga?
how do I holla? Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, you're right here. Nobody better than we, right?
Okay, now whispers be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go here.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
This is not just the round table. This is the black table.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing the papers. Are you ready?
Yes, I have this one that says Lagos now records about 450 domestic violence reports monthly. And this is from the DSVA office. And the Lagos State Domestic and Sexual Violence Agency says it now receives more than 450 domestic violence-related complaints every month through its various reporting channels. The executive secretary of the agency, Titilola Vaivo Adeniyi, disclosed while speaking with journalists during a stakeholders meeting and engagements and technical training on Lagos Emergency Responder Management System held at the Lagos Chamber of Commerce and Industry on yesterday. The program organized by the Lagos State Command and Control Center was aimed at reducing emergency rescue delays and improving coordination among emergency response agencies in the state. So speaking at the event, Vaivo Adeniyi said that now they receive between 400 and 450 new cases monthly through its toll lines. As she said, we know that we have not scratched the surface yet because these issues remain one of the most underreported crimes, not just in Lagos or Nigeria, but globally. But we are encouraged that more people now have faith in the system. She said, according to her, more victims now know where to seek help and justice through emergency lines, agencies, offices, and social media platforms, which I think is good. We've always talked about it that when some people don't want to report because of probably the flexibility of the situation at hand, but there's no how, nobody wants to die in silence. So if you see something too,
say something. Yeah, help your neighbor.
Okay, so I have the story on the ex-power minister. They say details have emerged on how operatives of that's EFCC tracked and arrested the former minister of power, that's Sali Mamman in Kaduna, after works of surveillance and intelligence gathering. As we all know, he was convicted on 12 counts of money laundering and fraud amounting to 33.8 billion linked to diversion of funds from the Mambila and Zungerubai hydropower projects. They said the Federal High Court sentenced him to 75 years imprisonment in absentia last week. So the EFCC are saying that immediately the judgment was delivered, that they spread out their dragnet in search of him, following weeks of intensive surveillance and intelligence gathering. But they eventually tracked him with his phone and found him in an apartment in the Regasa area of Kaduna. 2 people who harbored him have also been arrested. So all of them, they don't pack them.
Everybody.
At the end of the day.
So after,
in fact, if you see the picture,
after money, you still want to rob.
You still want to rob. You know the funny thing. They showed him. There was a picture of him. They showed him with the whole thing. I was like, "My God!" At the end of the day, see it.
Anyway, Daily Sun. Supremacy battle in APC over senatorial primaries. Oyo killing. Stop governing Nigeria by issuing obituary statements. Atiku hits Tinubu. Defense headquarters dismisses claims of terrorist base in Southwest, intensifies rescue operations. How Tinubu wore Borno garb for 1 week to disprove fetish claims against me. This is according to Shettima. Here we have Turaki-led PDP waives screening requirements for Jonathan ahead of presidential primary. APC primaries, Kalu thanks Tinubu APC constituents after landslide victory, lists achievements. Edo government vows to hunt Yahoo boys with same force used against cultists. And here family raises the alarm as abducted Uyo undergraduate remains in captivity. Remains in captivity after ransom payments. I actually have that particular story. The family of Utibe Asian, a student in the Department of Theatre Arts, University of Uyo, that's Uyo, has raised the alarm after paying 500,000 naira ransom to his abductors. Yet he remains in captivity months after his abduction in Uyo metropolis. That's December 2 since last year. So ASEAN is a 300-level student from Obio, Etoi, in Uyo local government area of the state. Was reportedly declared missing after he received a call from a friend on a particular phone number on that day. According to the incident, they said the victim's father, Pastor Anye Fok Asian, said the caller invited Utibe to an undisclosed location, after which he went and never came back. They said the abductors contacted them December 3rd and initially demanded 30 million naira ransom, which was later reduced to 500,000. He said the money was hurriedly paid into the Money Point POS account number, and they had their account name was listed here as well. He said they were thinking that after the payment the son would regain freedom, but he was not released as expected. Said after the payment the kidnapper stopped communicating with the family and nothing has been heard from the victim. I just hope the victim is still alive. Yeah, this one that you reduced 30 million to 500,000.
But how come I didn't read in the story whether a report has been made to the police?
Whether a report has been made to the
That's
police?
why they are.
Yes, now it's part of it now.
Since last year now.
Say, oh God, say this.
Because the Shangote do own too, it was from 150 million to 200,000, but the boy was already
They killed him?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
The 17-year-old boy story. That's the same way they kidnapped him, and it was after they had murdered him that they now started asking for the ransom. And
this Money Point account, you can't trace.
Of course you can. That's why I'm wondering what the police has been doing. You are talking of a life.
Okay, go ahead.
So I have the Edo State story. According to the to Kasim Afegba, I'm trying to get the Commissioner for Information and Strategy, Kasim Afegba, to the Edo State Governor. He was addressing the boy that was killed at the University of Benin Gate. One of these boys, one of the students was killed. He said that the boy was killed according to them, it was a Yahoo sharing arrangement that caused a fight that made them kill them. He said, so the government of Edo State will now use the same strategy that they had used for kidnappers and cultists to face the issue of Yahoo boys. He says that the government is going to impose the same level of sanctions on internet fraudsters, popularly known as Yahoo boys, as they did with the kidnappers and cultists. He was really bitter about the boy who was killed. He said what they found out was that money sharing formula led to a disagreement and unresolved issue that led to the boy's killing. It's just very sad. Similar. I believe that tracking money is one of the easiest methods to find the criminal.
I agree.
This one,
and tracking phone numbers too.
Because at least the new CBN laws that says you cannot change your phone number under BVM multiple times. This one says Eco Bridge, the federal government has suspended closure plans And the federal government of Nigeria has suspended the planned closure of Eko Bridge in Lagos. The Minister of Works and Housing, Senator Dave Umahi, disclosed this on Tuesday during an inspection of the tour. During an inspection of the tour of the bridge, he said that the suspension was to reduce hardship on the citizenry that would have been caused by the closure of the bridge. And Umahi thanks President Bola Tinubu for prioritizing the safety and comfort of Nigerians. He said, we directed that this bridge be closed for about 2 weeks. And our caring president, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is very much concerned about the closure of this Eko Bridge. He asked me to come back here and take a second look at the decision and that we don't induce much hardship on Nigeria, as the minister said. He also said he himself and his team conducted a reassessment of the bridge strength and found out that the suspension of its closure was in order. He says we have done our technical evaluation in line with the president's directive, putting safety over and above every decision. We have seen that for now we are safe, but we won't get to a situation where Nigerians on this bridge will not be safe. We have all agreed on the 3 procedures, he said. And this one is coming because the Eko Bridge is also a major channel into the island. So yes, I think that when government wants to do things like this, they should also consult stakeholders and look at it holistically.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, there's a story. Okay, no, I have it on Vanguard.
Vanguard, okay. Moving on to the Vanguard now. This will likely be our last paper for the day. Major headline here is just a sad story. 2-year-old toddler among 46 victims. I'm sure we're going to have to lend our voices to this. Then I'll reel out the names of the pupils that were kidnapped so that we'll have an understanding that these are not just numbers. Dangote activates Olokola Deep Sea Ports Plan, engages host communities. Nigeria will not fail. This is according to Go On. Kwara Governor poll, Abdulrazak names preferred successor. 2027, Jonathan gets PDP waiver, emerges Turaki's camp sole presidential candidate. Here we have federal government suspends planned closure of Eko Bridge, 33 billion naira fraud, EFCC arrests convicted ex-minister Maman. And here APC primary, 70 National Assembly members lose return tickets. They told Tinubu, I plan to kill him to become president after our inauguration. This is Shetima speaking. What do we have in the Vanguard? Are you ready?
I have the Nigeria will not fail by Gowon, and this is saying that the former head of state, General Yakubu Gowon, retired, declared yesterday that Nigeria will not fail. Former President Goodluck Jonathan, elder statesman Theophilus Danjuma, the Sultan of Sokoto, Muhammad Saad Abubakar, the Emir of Kano, Muhammad Sanusi II, and the Bishop of Catholic Diocese of Sokoto, Matthew Kuka, who reviewed the book. And speaking on the occasion, Gowon said, during my time as the head of state, the country did not fall. And I remain confident that despite all her challenges, Nigeria will still not fall. And it just brings me to remember the King Sunny Ade song, Nigeria Yiti Bobo, and you say carry and make a carry and baking. One person cannot be carrying and the other person will be saying my hand is paining me, and you expect us to lift it up. So it's a collective
put our
effort.
energy together. Thank you so much, ladies. That's all we can take on the newspaper reviews. When we come back, we'll move on to today's topics. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Cadbury 3-in-1 hot chocolate, the treat you deserve.
No! Don't turn on the AC! Don't troll. Just tag.
But I don't give you better update. Say if you fail with smart cash, they don't go knock you any charges, not be church at all.
Which kind of smart card? If they no charge you, make them carry me go where I know.
No matter the transaction, smart cash no go charge you shishi. Whether na airtime or na data you buy, or you want pay for your light or na cable bill, na zero charges for smart cash. This one no be church or chop. Work is day. Make yourself download Smart Cash app. Sharp.
Entertainment just found a new home. Your favorite shows, your biggest stars, now closer than ever. TVC Entertainment.
TVC Entertainment. Now on DSTV channel 164.
TV Entertainment.
Get ready to step into the heartbeat of your city like never before. Welcome to Events Diary, where every moment is a celebration. From the electric energy of Owambe extravaganza, to the richness of our culture, to the sophistication of corporate gatherings, Events Diary is your VIP pass to the hottest gatherings in Nigeria. And guess what? I'll be your guide, your style icon. Each week, join me as I transform from traditional chic to corporate sleek. Whether it's a birthday bash or a high-profile gala, you won't just see it. You'll feel like you're right there with me. Aww. From meetings to evening soirees, I'll be there. Or to the trendiest street festivals or to music concerts, Events Diary has something for everyone. So join me as we explore the vibrant tapestry of Nigerian scene, one event at a time.
Imagine a country with over 300 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo? Where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person where they for street. That's why we they introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show, Waiting Day, with your brother, your friend, Wale Po.
Everywhere. So, Papa.
You a job for this time.
This is not Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Oh. Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we they give you what they sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make Yanga?
Papa do a holla. Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Okay, now whispers be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.
This is not just the round table. This is the Black Table.
This is the Black Table, where real men speak the truth about the world we live in, the games we play, the power we chase, and the women who shake it off. Unfiltered.
There's this entitlement to choice.
Unapologetic.
There's something in sociology that said even crime has an advantage in the society.
Unafraid.
In my practice, I found that sometimes the woman is saying honey, but you are hearing monkey.
Sports, politics, culture, women, and what it...
Thanks for staying with us. This morning on the show, we want to lend our voice to the ugly situation that happened in Orire local government area of Oyo State, where bandits invaded a school, unalived a teacher, and kidnapped several pupils and officials in the process. In the last couple of days, we have seen heartbreaking viral videos. A teacher reportedly beheaded, students allegedly severely abused, and parents and loved ones crying out for help. We have also seen disturbing videos of schools thrown into panic and fear over possible fresh attacks. So ladies, what are your thoughts on this painful and disturbing situations? And I'd like our viewers to join the conversation on 02016352013 or 09024163440 or tweet us at TVC Connect using the hashtag YourViewTVC. You can also watch us live on DSTV channel 164 and stream us live on YouTube as well. In the papers this morning, in front of the Vanguard here with me, we have the names of the students. In fact, one of the stories says 2-year-old toddler among the 46 victims that were kidnapped. Now, let me mention the names, because why this is important is that sometimes when we hear the numbers, because it's been happening over and over, we just assume numbers. They are not sounding like human beings again. So the teachers are Mrs. Alamu Folawe, Mr. Ojo Jonathan, Mr. Olatunde Zacchaeus, Mr. John Olaleye, Mr. Michael Oyedoku, Mrs. Oladeji, Mrs. Miri Akombi. Now the pupils, we have Rashida Tajuddin is 11 years, Ahmed Ramoni is 8 years, Abdul Salam Toyib is 4 years, Baraka Abioye 16 years, Fatima Jimo 15 years, Hassan Aziz 14 years, Joshua Adeleke 13 years, Samuel Oyedele 7 years, Emmanuel Oyedele 4 years, Idowu Taiwo 4 years, Christiana Akombi 2 years. Bulola 6 years, Agunne Noah 8 years, Elizabeth Abadi 5 years, Tosi Abadi 9 years, Pius Stephen 5 years, Hannah Ojo 14 years, Habidat Ayewole 7 years, Mary Gabriel 6 years, Jacob Gabriel. We are parents here. You send your child to school with the hopes that their future will be brighter than yours. That's why we give them education. And then the school is not safe. The teachers are not safe. Teachers that are even barely paid in the first place are still not safe. And these people have the mind to get into a school and pick the toddlers amongst the people abducted. What is going on in our country?
I say some of the dead would turn in their graves for the failure of the things that they've worked hard, you know, seeing it fail like this. And I'm talking about the former governor of Ondo, late governor. Akeredolu, who fought hard for the Southwest neighborhood security thing, the Amotekun group.
Yeah.
Till death. None of us even knew the way he was fighting that there was cancer. You know, it was until after he died that we knew he fought even in ill health to, you know, secure the states. Now, I took this carefully because I hate to tribalize crime.
Yeah.
If you look at the list of names you called, you see there's
a mix, yeah.
If not, would have said there was genocide of a particular religion
or tribe.
And when we take history, we would see, even presently, there was coordinated attack in Borno. The same time some were happening in the Middle Belt. Same time this happened in the Southwest states. Same time. There was no place safe. No place was, you know, victimizing or marginalizing any other place. Everywhere in Nigeria right now is not safe.
Hi.
And it's a sad reality because we used to think when we did this side, you know, it's better I cannot reach here. But we can see now it has reached because all these years, rather than fight crime, we tribalized it. We colored it in religion. We colored it in tribes. We left it because it was far off.
It was far off.
The governor of Oyo State, I want to find his quote, because he had come out to say that all the failed or the military, the bandits or terrorists that had been displaced by the military in the north are moving this way. He had said that. I'm researching if I can't find it. Dolakwe can help me out, please. You know, that they were moving southwest. And he had come out some days before the May 15th coordinated attack in the local government area of Oyo State where this happened, the Orire local government. 3 schools were coordinatedly attacked. And then we saw this happen. I also took in the papers yesterday, I hope it's not a mistake, there are not 2 separate stories of the IED that was planted and our military who were combing the forest walked into IEDs. So now bandits are no longer using guns.
They do landmines as well.
Doing landmines. Are we at war with ourselves, within ourselves? Is somebody trying to displace us so we leave our villages? Because you see the videos that showed from Kwara's attack. The whole village became empty.
Yeah.
It looks
they started
like
in Oyo too. These local governments, as of yesterday, they started deserting their homes.
It looked just as we saw the videos of the Middle Belt as it was happening. You saw the video of the Reverend Father when he was talking about the Christian genocide. The entire place looked empty. Never has it been that our states, our communities, you will not find 2-3 people coming from farm. It looks like that. There's some. I was listening to Femi Kuti's album on my drive yesterday. He get a CB. He looks somehow. I think that's the title of the song. I'm going to find that song online and get to listen to it again. And he was giving an account of how these things are just not looking as they're supposed to look. Is this a crime or a coordinated attack on our people? Are we really thinking our people, our politicians, while they are busy with primaries across states, are they thinking of where the people that whether there will be a people after a while?
Exactly.
Because this cannot continue over time, and then we will remain. Are we looking at how we will leave our places for our children over time? Are they going to be children? Is there going to be a Nigeria for our own children?
At all.
With time, because this is consistently growing. It's consistently worsening daily, and we're watching. We'll come out, we'll condemn it. We'll come out, the former IG responded to Kwara. He went there by himself. But they still went and coordinatedly emptied that community.
They still went ahead.
We have gotten to Oyo now. Oyo is a very rich agricultural hub.
Yes.
The areas of Ogbomosho, all of those are very massive rich agricultural hub, massive farmers.
Yeah.
You know, I was in the same December. I know how agricultural and hardworking Nigerians are. We're not looking for too much. Do what our forefathers were doing, tilling the soil and earning. We don't even know there's something else.
Beneath underneath.
Beneath underneath. And now, for reasons not known, our places are no longer as safe as they used to be. How can a child not be able to? We've done the Safe Schools initiative long ago. When we did it, nobody was planting IEDs. Are we following this trajectory? Our people, are we going to sit down and agree that something is wrong beyond what we claim and all the narratives, and do something strict, something important, something more impactful and proactive about it, so that it doesn't get worse?
Let me hear
than it is already.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, so honestly, when I saw the story and everything, I was just avoiding it because at this point, I am just tired. I'm tired. Like, I don't want anything to affect me anymore. Because right now, the way they are doing it, the way things are happening is beginning to remove the emotional and the sympathetic parts of me. They are taking it away because I've started becoming harsh.
Numb.
Because of the way things are just happening. Look at these small children.
It's looking like a
normal. It's just looking like a normal thing. You know, in the north there, it's almost happening all the time. Every time they are kidnapping, they'll kidnap this, they'll kidnap that. And you know, when they come, look at the Chibok girls when they came back. To adjust was a problem. Yeah. And even the people made their lives a bit difficult because they were like, these people, they came back with children. To adjust to the community was not a problem. And government didn't do much for them. You understand? So these terrorists, they are becoming more and more and more powerful, creative in their bad ways. Look at it now. Look at the way they were doing it before. Look at the way they set the ambush. And the funny thing is that they always work with insiders. Who are these insiders that are helping them, giving them this kind of information? Do we want the whole of this? In fact, Nigeria is supposed to have been declared an emergency country because right now we have to solve these security issues. We are facing a lot. There's poverty in the land. There is, this insecurity. This insecurity is just the major one. People can't go to their farms and farm. People can't do anything. It's just the government, they need to look into this. It has to be solved, resolved to a large extent. Now, we don't even have other things. Everything is kidnappers. Yeah. Kidnappers are even kidnapping for as minimum as 30,000, 100,000. This will tell you that there's hunger. There's hunger in the land. And what are we doing? We're just there commissioning different things, projects. Everybody, just like what Nima said, they are all after their primaries, going for their primary election. But we here, what was going on with us? We can't even travel safe. Look at somebody, a friend of mine wants to travel to Kaduna for Salah. And all I've just been thinking, he has just been thinking like, how do I go? Because he doesn't have money he can't afford flights. He has just been thinking like, how do I go? I'm scared, this, that. And now, funny enough, a lot of people now that travel, they always say, okay, let me keep money in case of ransom. Hey. Why? We're not even thinking of saving money to make money or saving money to do this. We're not saving money in case you are being kidnapped. Help us pay. What is going on? What is going on? Look at these small children now. And the funny thing, I don't know how they are going to take care of these small children. I'm sure they have been there crying.
You see the video of one of these backing the baby.
Backing one of the baby that she was.
The videos are not good to see.
School and
when they kidnap these people, they go after a while, those ones that are 10, 11, they train them. They train them on how to hold guns. Some of the 11-year-olds that came back from the north, they know how to hold guns. They know how to shoot. They know how to aim it. Look at children that are supposed to be in school and everything. What did we do wrong? Allah, you people should please.
I think that's where I'm going to start from, because sometimes I like to ask, what is our offense? How did we get here? What exactly have we done that we are now doing this to ourselves?
Which karma are we paying for?
Sometimes it feels like these people, in air quotes, they are not human beings, but they have blood in their veins. They speak, they relate. Are these the people that the Nigerian army wants to be reintegrated back into the society? Oh, these are our brothers, people who can unalive people at will. People who think that it's okay to send a signal. But in my head, I'm like, are they sending a signal to the government? Do you understand? Because my people will say that when a stranger starts throwing stones on the roof, you want to hear the voice of the house owner. That's so let the house owner speak. Now it feels like it's politicking season. And it could be anybody. The teacher that his head was taken off. I mean, that was done in front of the students. Those people will live with trauma for almost the rest of their lives. Because even this country, girl, if they are successfully brought out of that kidnappers' den, there's no trauma response unit that wants to help them, that wants to reorientate them or rechange their mind. And now in my head, it feels like the government, they're just there to win election. And after they win election, who remain that you want to govern on? Because sometimes I feel like this barbaric, very gory, insensitive, inhumane. You use all the English in the dictionary, you will still not get to the root cause. Now, I was seeing a video of this popular influencer, Sikin, who was actually asking for Sunday Igboho. Me too, I was asking for Baba Dami. Where is Daddy Dami? Because I remember that when Sunday Igboho was in exile, he said, if people let me come back, I am going to go into the forest. Permit my language. I am going to go into the forest. I am going to carry shakabula. I am going to use the Itabawi for Bologbongbo. Ogba must go the Ogba. But Ogba is not going now. At this point, so because now that he had presidential pardon, that okay, come from Benin Republic that you have been hiding, that they hold you in confinement, come home. I think that this is the job of our traditional rulers too. Yes. Because when it got to a point that they started even kidnapping, or they started violently picking obas, traditional installed rulers are leaving their thrones.
They picked them and killed some.
And unalive some.
Yes,
so do we really expect them to stay there?
And do what?
And do what? And govern on who? So it's time for our institution. See, when we do, it's three-factor authentication. I will say it anywhere. When you do Islam, you do Christian, you do Islam, you do traditional. Because I think that we grew up knowing that, under the tradition, I know God is a God of forgiveness. Mercy. He's a God of mercy. He will tamper justice with mercy. Either it's Mercy Aigbe or Mercy Johnson. He should use one mercy. Agreed. But now, we know how we go to our traditional institutions. Is our traditional institution just for money ritual? Because when we call on God, we will call on Allah. Let's call on Aweru Mole now. Because I really don't get it. I spoke to one of these, our traditional rulers, and he really said that some of these towns, you notice that kidnappers or these terrorists will not go into some towns because they have traditional fortification. Do you understand? Because if government will not fortify you, I think go back to your religion or your tradition and just protect yours. Because now it has gotten to the point that even the Nigerian police is helpless. We need to begin to protect her. And that's why we thought that Sunday Igboho would do something more meaningful for the Yoruba race. Since that was what he said and presented. That was the case he presented, that if you people let me, if you free me from Benin, I'm going to come and be a friend. And I think that's what we have known him for.
Let me ask you, do you think our government is taking this insecurity issue as serious as they should? Because we see how they dance around some of these conversations. Okay, we have to ask them what they need, what they want. We have to find a way to forgive them and integrate them back into the society. You know, there's no strong deterrence for crimes. We always find a way to pass it on, like maybe it's politically motivated, it's tribalistically motivated, it's a religion, something, and we're not dealing with crime as crime. Do you think that's where we're lacking?
Dealing with it as they should. Because if you rely on external intelligence for your local problem, there's a problem.
Yes, true.
There is.
If every time you wait for an external person, is politically motivated, is your opponent, but lives were taken. Do you understand? Me, I don't see this as a kidnapping. I see this as terrorism. To instill fear in the hearts of the people. To make people feel so unsafe, because to behead and video. Or the other one we saw and sent it to the governor. I took it yesterday. The governor said he received the video. Hi. And send it to the governor. This is to instill fear in the people so that video what happened? What remained for me?
My people say the child did not reach where fear day. Fear no catch up. If you reach where fear day, you go withdraw.
You understand? To instill fear, to put people in to terrorize people to such a helpless place where they run. When they have pursued us like chicken children, like fowl picking finish, pursue us, gather it. At one point, what else will be left? Are we following this thing history-wise? There's no African country that is safe right now. Yeah. And it's all resource-based.
Yeah, resource-based.
Every African country is not safe. The people who own the soil are running Eretas Ketela, not just to pack us inside ship as they do our ancestors remain.
That's what's remaining.
Are we following it,
step by step,
locally? But how has this problem presented over time? But we wait for the particular concerns to start the narrative. We wait for a foreign country to tell us, oh, this is how it's going. We wait. Instead of deploying and arming our military for another person to come and tell us that they are bringing partnership that will help us on our local problem. Hey. Who are the human rights fighters that told Obasanjo not to handle the kidnappers who started kidnapping in the Niger Delta as they ought to? We excuse it that their land was being basis of our resources, but they made payments for kidnapping so lucrative. Carry Oyibo, collect money. Over time, every region is now enabling their people to look for money and clean it up by terrorizing their communities. Even from Niger Delta up north, then Boko Haram became a thing. And rather than immediately arrest the situation, because we know our former president that went into Boko Haram's den to negotiate with them, and he walk out now. Yes, what are we saying? Is it that we couldn't find them? He walked. Obasanjo went to see the Boko Haram people, and he walked out. And then we say we can't find them. Help me understand the English.
But for many years, exactly.
It's moving.
We've had that issue for many years. It keeps going on. We keep having promises from each administration. Hold on, Nima. Each administration that we will solve. In fact, it's a part of a campaign promises. We will solve the problem of insecurity. We will solve the problem of insecurity. Now the governors are earning more than they ever got.
The local government,
local government. Why are we still having a case of insecurity without solving it?
And the security
when
votes.
We have more resources now to even tackle it. Why? Who is afraid of who?
It's less attention. They are giving that industry less attention. If they are giving the security, they're not giving it much industry. They're not giving it. That's why it's not going. Okay, you are saying that the government. What has the government done? Obviously, yes, the government is doing something, but we're not seeing results because people are still dying. They are still dying.
We have a caller on the line.
Government is not doing something.
Let me hold you. A caller is on the line. Good morning.
Yeah. My name is Sajike. I'm from Lekki, and I want to say a few words concerning
go ahead, Ajike.
That is getting nearer and nearer. I just want to say that it looks like the government, the leaders, our leaders, they've lost their conscience simply because they just want to be in power, to be able to steal. They are very, very ungodly. They have forgotten that they also have children that are going to maintain themselves in this Nigeria for years. Now, let's talk about, I'm sorry to have to refer to when things were really nasty, when it started. I think it was Jonathan that was there.
Yes,
and whoever, the one that just passed on before Tinubu, threatened that he was going to make the country ungovernable. Till today, nobody is defining the meaning of ungovernable. Nobody is referring to it. Rather, Buhari was turned into, was turned into a mini-god. Even when he was alive, nothing happened. Nobody asked him the meaning of it. Even after death, they are still glorifying Buhari. Now, that was the beginning of us seeing what is called ungovernable. This kidnapping started in the area where there was oil. And at that time, we heard that it was only the Oyinbos that was
expatriates.
And we made a big joke about it. Don't bleach, don't go to that area. They don't think you're going to kidnap you. Yes, because I remember I went to my son's wedding in Port Harcourt, and the hotel was heavily our in-laws put a lot of security around it. Why is it that our heads did not pick it up at that time? Okay, let's come to now. Now, what is going on? Why is our Tinubu not talking? Why is he not doing anything?
Yes, condemned.
Why do we need foreign intelligence to be able to tell us where to patch these people from? It is raining right now.
Showing us the way to
and
our
my
house.
heart bled. I was near tears this morning when it was being, then somebody referred to it on the radio that those little children, it is raining, 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 4-year-old, 8-year-old. Will they put them under shade? Will they give them breakfast? Will they pamper them? And we are sitting down here speaking plenty Oyinbo. What? We should get up and do something for goodness sake. We should let Tinubu understand that, yes, you are privileged.
He's the Grand Commander. He's the Commander-in-Chief of Armed Forces. Because these things are tiring, actually. And for the fact that the military, the Nigerian army will still come out and talk about reintegration, it's sickening. It's unheard of. How do you even, because I know, I went to a military secondary school, command secondary school, and I know that the military are not wicked people. They can be, yes, they can be disciplined, but they are not inhumane. So how do you expect inhumane people to be integrated into the military? Into the society. To be integrated back to the society, and you feel that all of a sudden they'll just feel that, oh, Christ has come, and he who is in Christ is a new creature, all things are passed away. No, all things do not pass. Because they have a training. They have gone through a certain training. A while ago, one of our politicians, our elder statesman, actually reported that young boys being groomed in the north from 11 years, from 10, 11 years. And I did not see the federal government do anything about it. I didn't see any. Then
I will tell you what they did about it, Dami. So when Jonathan, when the Chibok girls were kidnapped, 2014, we had the Yobe killings of all the schoolboys. These are across religion. And, you know, people were trying to colorize it, give it all sorts of names. He was told that it was because they were, a bank of uneducated boys. So we had to deal with the Almajiri system, build schools. Money was deployed. Schools were built. And we watched all of this purpose. We defeated this purpose. Now, Jonathan left. Safe Schools Initiative, I can't remember exactly whether Jonathan or Yaradua or Buhari, but we had a Safe Schools Initiative. Money was deployed for that purpose. Why are we like this? Watching our resources being wasted as opposed to dealing with problems. Some people, some communities oust it. We had this kingpin of kidnapping that was picked up in Taraba. If you remind me his name. The police officers who handcuffed him and arrested him and were taken into the headquarters were murdered on the way. And justice was not served. Why are we like this?
Honestly.
They will not tell. He was received back into his community, given chieftaincy title. Videos of it were circulating. When we belittle crime, we color it, we tribalize it with different things. We distract from the crime itself.
The main issue.
When we distract from the crime itself, the communities, you know, excuse me, it's not my brother, it's not my, when you reach my brother, and all of this, what we do is that we make it glorious.
Honestly.
Now, people kidnap themselves. People kidnap their wives. People can't walk into the house. Every small idiot carries a weapon that has, some people don't even have, they kidnap people and defraud their families.
Let me hear him.
We're just not proactive. That's just the truth. And you know, the funny thing is, I remember one community in Kogi State, that's the Agatu side, when they got into that community and they sent, you know, they kidnapped a lot of them, you know, killed a lot of them, and they moved out of it. The Boko Haram, the terrorists, I don't even know what to call them, bandits, all names.
Terrorists.
They were all there. They were there. They were in that community. They stayed in that community, occupied their homes for several months.
They are securing the community for the people that they cleared it for. That's the purpose. We don't need international intelligence.
They were there for months. Is it not time? Is that not the right time for the government to have come in to do something to them because they were all there? They are still the same people. They are just becoming, creating more army. You know, plenty more people joining them.
We really have to go. It's not a topic we can finish in one day because we've been going over and over and over. We keep remembering what has happened, where we are, and it seems to me that government is really not ready to work this. When they are ready, they know what to do. They know where these people are.
They have not carried the government.
Exactly. They know where they are. They know what to do. And we're just hoping and finding a way to find hope for these little children. But this particular case that happened, we need the government to step in for the sake of the fact that those toddlers were kidnapped, taken away from their 2 years, 4 years. The government has to do something very fast to get them back home. That's all we can take on this topic. When we come back, we'll move on to another topic. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
With Lipton tea, warmth does more than fill a cup. It brings people closer. Lipton tea is for togetherness.
It's up to architect Bisola and builder Brian to rebuild the city.
We'll need some help.
This is not just the round table. This is the Black Table.
This is the Black Table, where real men speak the truth about the world we live in, the games we play, the power we chase, and the women who shape it all. Unfiltered.
There's this entitlement to choice.
Unapologetic.
There's something in sociology that said even crime has an advantage in the society.
Unafraid.
In my practice, I found that sometimes the woman is saying honey, but you are hearing monkey.
Sports, politics, culture, women, and what it means to be a man in today's world. No scripts, no safe zones, just grown conversations. So pull up a chair if you're built for it. This is the Black Table.
In 3, 2, 1, we are live.
Welcome to East Flash. I'm on the black carpet, and of course, it's Jubril of Lagos.
Well, that's it on Socialville.
You like say, I dare fool.
You already have Destiny Alpha. I know that.
I go shoot out for you.
You already know, guys. East Flash can be the best of entertainment, the best of energy, best of everything you need to get your day going.
It's East Flash every weekday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on TVC Entertainment.
Keeping hope alive.
We are the drumbeats that refuse to be silenced, even when the rhythm falters.
We are the green that refuses to fade.
And the white that dares to shine.
Hope is not a stranger here.
It lives in our markets,
our music, and our streets.
Every dawn in Nigeria is proof that tomorrow is still worth fighting for.
Hope is a child in the classroom, eyes wide, with dreams bigger than walls.
Hope is the farmer planting seeds in faith, believing in rain and harvest. Hope is the youth unafraid to rise,
rewriting the story of our tomorrow.
Hope is us, millions of voices refusing to give up on the promise of this land.
Nigeria, our independence is not just history.
Thanks for staying with us. Some women turn their challenges into purpose and their success into aspiration for others. Our guest today is one of such women. From building a successful luxury fashion brand to using her personal health journey to create awareness about thyroid health, she has continued to make impact through entrepreneurship, humanitarian service, and women empowerment. She is the founder of Locks by Glamourholic and the Princess Thyroid Awareness Initiative, a platform dedicated to advocacy, mentorship, and support for others. Joining us today on Women We Love is Ambassador Professor Dr. Princess Akawo Dolo. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Thank you. Good to be here.
You look like a princess.
Yeah. That's my name.
Yeah.
Oh, it's your name, Princess.
Yeah. We also want our viewers to join the conversation and call us on 02016352013 or 09024163440. Or Twitter us at TVC Connect using the hashtag YourViewTVC. So we have a woman we love. Ambassador, Prof, Doctor, only you, Princess.
Is that Prof that is getting
only you, please.
Professor.
I've seen your profile and I saw all of your achievements, but I would like you to take it from the princess, the ambassador, the doctor,
the professor,
and the prof. How did you acquire all of these?
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
You're welcome.
Lovely to meet beautiful women like me, you know. Okay, so I studied at the University of Port Harcourt. I graduated in 2012. Also, I'm an ambassador for the United Nations, and that's how that came about. But apart from that, I think we should focus more on the thyroid for today.
We're celebrating you today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're going to go to everything.
Okay,
yes.
okay.
Don't worry about it. We got you.
So absolutely. I'm also a doctor. It's an honorary doctorate, actually. But I have served as a philanthropist for so many years. Combining entrepreneurship and being a philanthropist is one that could be very challenging. But what inspired me is actually my personal journey dealing with thyroid disease in 2000. Okay, I was diagnosed in 2012 when I just graduated, but I didn't know what it was, and I was misdiagnosed severally. Also, the inability for me to get a professional to properly guide me through the process, and until I did my surgery just in 2021. So I lived with it for years, and so it deteriorated. But the moment I heard it could become cancerous, then I said I needed to fight. But sadly, I lost my mom last year 2 years ago to cancer, and so I started the Princess Thyroid Awareness Initiative, which is very, very, very dear to me.
So how did your thyroid condition present? What symptoms did you notice?
Okay, so the symptoms are, which is why it's always misdiagnosed, and a lot of times people just dismiss the symptoms because it's as simple as being tired in the morning, unusual weight loss, weight gain as well for people who have hypothyroidism, because we have two of them. You're either the hyperthyroidism or the hypothyroidism. The hypothyroidism is that overactive thyroid. And so you have trouble sleeping, you have irregular heartbeats, you have anxiety, and things that you could actually dismiss as stress, you know. And but when you notice these signs, before it gets to a tumor, which I actually had, that's what we call the goiter. Now, when it gets to that goiter state, that's when you have the high chance of becoming cancerous, because when you have a tumor, then it could become cancerous.
Goiter is that one that comes here?
Exactly. Yes. So it's a tumor. So it's a thyroid nodule that it's called. Yes.
Okay, so how did you journey from being a successful luxury fashion brand to using your personal health journey to create awareness about thyroid health, from fashion up onto health?
Yes.
What was that thing?
Okay, so being an entrepreneur, I deal with female fashion, and so I work with a lot of women. I style women as well. I love to see women look good. I love to bring out the inner beauty in women. And
like so what you're wearing now?
Well, yes. So working with women, I realized that we go through so much, and so much is, demanded of us at home. And sometimes we forget to prioritize our health. And when I had my journey, it was quite difficult for me to accept it and come out to the public about it. But when I did, when I posted it on Instagram, I had 3 of my friends who said, "Do you think I need to go do it?" They went to do the test, and guess what? Positive.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
So you might not know you live with it, but a lot of people live with thyroid conditions.
So-called healthy life without...
Because you can term it as stress. That's part of it. And so you will know.
So list the symptoms again. You're not sleeping well?
Yes.
Anxiety.
Okay.
Irregular, weight loss and weight gain. Heart palpitation sometimes. Heat intolerance as well. Unusual sweating, even at night.
I thought that was linked to perimenopause. Or those of them here
so basically 40, when you have thyroid, you're dealing with hormones as well. So it affects your metabolism, it affects your hormones, it affects your heart, and it affects your mental health, which is why I work with an endocrinologist who is the thyroid doctor. I work with a mental health specialist as well who is also part of my team. And
so all of a sudden, I'm now a bit worried because all the things you have mentioned, all the things you have mentioned, I was just thinking there. I was like, wow. Okay. So, but let's dive into it. Is there a cure?
So, it can be managed. But let's start with how we can prevent these things. The number one deficiency that causes it is lack of iodine in the body. And so by the use of iodized salt, that would help. And also having to include seafood into your diet really helps. And selenium.
Sometimes when you talk about seafood, even some people don't see food.
Seafood okra. You can say that.
You will see food before you see food.
Can people even afford the seafood?
But what about fish? What about crayfish?
Which of the fish? Now, Titus today.
Anyone, yes, it's available. And we all have salt as well. So just prioritizing
salt.
Taking iodized salt, that would help.
They say if we take much salt,
it's bad for our health.
What are we going to do?
I eat salt too.
You take a little bit of it, a little bit of everything. I don't think it's bad. No, I don't think so. And then also taking supplements. As young girls, as we get older, nobody really emphasizes on how important it is to have supplements. Sort of like supplements like vitamin D, iron supplements, selenium.
Let's tell them supplements over drugs, over hard drugs.
Oh yes,
some of them do hard drugs instead of supplements.
Yes.
You are too wise, damn it. You are too wise.
You understand? Drug is drug, but the supplement drug is better than hard drug.
How do you know which supplement should take?
Yeah,
because recently I had to run a test to know which supplement I was deficient, what vitamin or mineral I was deficient. You'd be surprised I didn't have vitamin D.
Okay,
as dark as I am.
A lot of people as you get older as well.
You're not in the sun.
I had to buy I started working in the sun at a particular time between morning sun till 3. I work in the sun and then I had to buy supplements of vitamin D to use. So how do you know which one it is?
Okay, I would say first off, you need to speak with your doctor because I won't want to prescribe on TV. But you need basic supplements like vitamin C, but don't forget that excess of vitamin C can also be dangerous to the body. So it's always good to go for a regular checkup.
When I hear vitamin D, I usually hear something else, but let's move on to you.
Bad person.
You're a distinguished recipient of the global most influential women ambassador honor conferred by the AIN.
Yes.
That's the African International Network, in recognition of your exceptional leadership, advocacy, transformative impact in advancing gender equality. So take us through that journey of realizing that in this life you've come, it's not just to do your business and make money, but you're here to also impact, you also help women, also talk about gender equality and all of that. Why did you decide to go into that?
Okay, so I tell a lot of young people that I mentor, the advantage I have presently is that I started early. And so it has enabled me make my mistakes early. So I started my business in 2012. And so I've been in business for a while. Now I have 4 stores in Nigeria. I have in Lagos, in Port Harcourt, and in Abuja. Over time, I have trained lots of women. And a lot of times, when they come to get employment, they just come because, they graduated, they want to just get a job. However, I started to think, how do you empower these women? Because when they work for you for 5 years, then they want to get married. And it looks like that's a ticket out of poverty. But then making sure that you have something that would keep you busy mentally as well as a mom in marriage, was one of the things that I thought about. And so I started to mentor a few of them, started with my staff, and then we grew and grew and grew. Yes,
that's great. Wow, that's so good. Wow.
Okay, go on.
Yeah?
Go on.
Okay, so out of the girls that you've mentored, what's their like, which areas in the business world did they go into?
Okay, so apart from just mentoring people, I have a skill acquisition program every year. We empower 2,000 women across the nation. So we are based in Lagos for now. Lagos, Port Harcourt, Lagos State, Rivers State, Abuja, Abia State, and Niger State. And we empower women across.
Okay, let's look at
some of them have actually opened their salons. Because we teach them skills. So in hairdressing, photography, barbing as well, cosmetology. Yes. So,
okay, I want to talk about empowering because I think a while back, permits me to use this analogy. I saw a video of a woman, a mother, who was actually telling her daughter that look at you. And truthfully, the video, she cited Iyabo Ojo as an example. Look at you, Iyabo Ojo's daughter got a millionaire. You must get a millionaire. Let's look at women who come from this angle on their girl children and you having to play a part in empowering girl children. There is a conflict. There is a difference from home. There's something that maybe some of their parents have told them to engineer their brain, that if you cannot get rich, you must marry a rich person. Like you said, ticket out of poverty. So when such women come to you with a certain mindset, how are you able to re-engineer that mindset to say, yes, mommy can be right and mommy can be wrong at the same time, but these are the paths to follow using your own personal story?
Okay, so first thing is, we are trying to be a better generation than our parents. That's the first thing. And so I try to detox you of what your orientation is at home to make you understand that you cannot give what you don't have. And so if you don't empower your mind, if you're not able, if you don't start from, seeing that you need to have a job, you need to get something of your own, even if you marry a man who has all of those resources and empowers you, you can't function. Yes, your business won't thrive. Yes, you won't even have an idea. I can give you 50 million naira to get in business and you would have no clue what to do. So what you're going to do is employ people who in turn will take your idea, take your money and go establish themselves. And so you find women whose husbands are paying rents every year for the business. Do you understand what I mean? Because it's not sustainable.
That's the worst place to be. But you have touched something quite sensitive. How do you see women, because Dami talked about that mindset, who see marriage as an economic empowerment? How do you see that?
The way out of poverty.
And it's a larger pool of women in our community. You see how our mothers are raising us. Your papa not take care of me, not go marry my wife, not take care of you. As opposed to, you being the price, you upgrade yourself.
I believe that if women knew better, I don't think we would have put so much pressure on our girl child. Like I said, if you put so much pressure, what you do is you scare them. They feel less of themselves. And so when they are supposed to thrive, they struggle emotionally. Now, what I would encourage is for people to begin to embrace therapy.
Mothers need them.
Therapy.
Their mothers need
parenting.
It's not free.
Parents need parenting.
They'll pay. Nigerians don't like spending money for therapy.
Of course.
Yes, I've got a couple of clients who would, as cheap as I think I am, because I'm not even...
No, not cheap, as affordable.
As affordable as I think I am, because I'm just trying to help as many people as I can. You still hear people, it's expensive. And I understand how...
But have you thought about this? Maybe they don't know the benefits of this therapy.
Many of them don't.
So maybe just a little highlight video to emphasize why you need therapy. They go back home, they think about it, and they're like, okay, yes, I need to sign up for this program.
Sure.
And one person,
Yeah, they do. But let's talk about the fact that you're doing so amazing in your different areas that you've highlighted. And I want to ask how this has an impact on a romantic relationship. It's women we love today. So we like to really get to know
women we love and they love
every aspect of you. So how does it work with you having a relationship? I don't believe there's a balance in life, but you having a relationship and how it sort of affects to the extent you get to and to the extent you don't get to. You know why I'm asking this? I saw something recently which sort of resonated. And it was like, in life, there is really no balance. So if your first priority is maybe relationship, you see that your businesses and maybe your career will take like a back stool while you grow your business or your relationship. If business is the first, you see that your relationship vice versa. So how has it been for you, and have you been able to hook somebody? So
that's a very sensitive topic. I think I heard Oprah Winfrey talk about balancing this a while ago, and she said, just like you said, there's no perfect rule to act to this, because you don't want people to lose their identity. So if you want to be a mother, be a good mother. If you have it in you that you want to do business, there are businesses you can actually accommodate as a mother. If you go into the teaching business as well,
it's not money. There's no.
No, but it depends them from inside of Oyo is teaching.
But let's not talk about the present situation of Nigeria. I believe Nigeria
as well as it's relevant to parenting.
Yes. So there's so
I always
many.
envy my sister who's a teacher. She's never, at least for crèche stage.
Teaching is not a business, you. I'm talking about business.
She's not yet rich. She's not yet rich.
That one is career.
But see,
but the business aspect as well.
Money.
You can write your books as well. You can write the children's books as well.
Have you finished the writing lesson plan? I didn't write my book till I left
Princess, okay, so this we don't calculate wealth as money.
Yes.
It's wherewithal.
Which is
so if you are not worrying about where your child is and you have what you feed your child, you are richer than most.
Honestly, yes.
So true.
Your mental health is very important.
But so we have to go. Okay. Sorry, Ramatu. We have to go. It's been wonderful.
But I would like to highlight something.
Okay.
So on the 25th is the World Thyroid Day, and my organization will be having free thyroid testings across the country.
Amazing.
The reason is we are going, so it's going to be, you can reach us through our social media platforms, and we have the listed laboratories where I would also be speaking to.
What's your social media platform?
It's Princess Thyroid Awareness Initiative.
Princess Thyroid Awareness Initiative.
So you can get Lagos address. I will just.
And it is free.
Yes,
as well.
it is free. Yes, it's free.
Thank you so much.
Thank you
for
having
us
me
today. You look so beautiful.
It's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
We're happy to have had your presence in our midst. We've been speaking to Ambassador Professor Dr. Princess Akawo Dolo. And thank you, ladies, for your contributions. That's all we can take on this particular segment. When we come back, we do another topic. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Some say learning is fun, but as a mom, I see how demanding it can be for my child. That's why I ensure he starts every day with a cup of Bonvita. Bonvita, prepare them to win every day.
Is it the pistachio toppings that smells good, or is it you?
You smell good too, Candy Boy.
I know it fine. I know it find a way out. I know it find a way out.
Last giddy. Last giddy. For last giddy.
Find a way out.
Last giddy body mist. Find your crush.
Progress no dey happen just like that. It dey come from support when you need help.
Mommy, I got the school fees. You too much.
Na money point o.
Money point, thank you.
Customer, na transfer abi? Confirm.
Bro, na transfer.
Na money point oga. Oh, na confirm.
Progress na peace of mind when you know say payment go land as Sure Banker. Progress na small wind where the carry person go far.
No worry, yourself go make am. Mo go Bible.
Victor, even you dey use money point?
Of course now, they use money point.
Confirm.
Money point, made for your progress.
Entertainment just found a new home. Your favorite shows, your biggest stars now closer than ever. TVC Entertainment.
TVC Entertainment. Now on DSTV channel 164.
TV Entertainment. Something for everyone.
And the winner is
TVC.
You guys, this was the gist about Irasta and Rema now.
You day wine. It's all over my FYP, but me I don't know, Sha. Cause fake blogs yakpa. And if you ask me, it's giving sauce.
Listen, I just checked the new TV Entertainment WhatsApp channel like right now, and they just dropped the update.
Are you for
No, no cap.
I've actually been noticing those guys. They're always on it 100. Like they always post the gist before anyone else. Me, I love them, oh, and that's on period.
Like I just aligned with them like last week, and they've been dropping back to back.
Facts. I love how it's straight from the source. No cap, no fake news, just pure entertainment.
I low-key feel like an insider right now.
I know, right?
TVC be cooking.
Real talk. It's like Gist Express, premium gist on cruise mode. Always first, always
Clock it.
Clock it.
You know what, guys? I just joined
Active.
Jess is right. All you're trying to say to you is, for your premium entertainment content, scan the QR code on your screen right now to join the TVC Entertainment WhatsApp channel.
Thanks for staying with us. Noise pollution has become one of the biggest environmental concerns in Lagos State today. From loud parties and clubs to excessive generator noise, street activities and industrial violations, many residents continue to raise concerns about how these disturbances affect their health, peace, and overall well-being. In response, the Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency, LASEPA, has intensified enforcement, sealed offending facilities, and increased public awareness campaigns aimed at promoting a cleaner, healthier, and more environmentally responsible Lagos. But beyond enforcement, many residents are asking questions. How effective are these measures? What exactly qualifies as noise pollution? And what more should Lagosians expect from the agency in tackling environmental infractions across the state? Joining us now to discuss these issues and more is the General Manager of the Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency, LASEPA, Dr. Babatunde Ajayi. You're welcome to the show, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
You can also join the conversation on 02016352013 or 09024163440 or Twitter us at TVC Connect using the hashtag YourViewTVC. Noise pollution. Welcome, first of all, sir. Noise pollution.
Welcome, first of all, sir.
Please, how? The question is, do we really have a lot of noise pollution in Lagos? Or is it just like any regular city like you see all over the world? Or is there something particular about Lagos where some people feel they have the monopoly of disturbing their neighbors and saying, after all, I paid for rent, or after all, I own this building? Exactly.
Thank you. So first, I would like to say that Lagos is peculiar in the sense that, one, we're a somewhat religious community, we're also very entertainment-based, So the major sources of noise for us will be public address systems from religious and entertainment houses.
True.
Now, as regards transport noise or noise from bus stops and train stations and all of those things, we're not different from most cities in the world as per noise levels in those places. Sometimes people talk about the literacy levels, which is why you can't have screens at Ojolegba bus stop. In other cities you have screens showing, but you have to announce. even in some other countries, they have to announce where people are going. So those things, as per transport, were not different. But with respect to entertainment and religious houses, were slightly higher than the average, the global average, in terms of activity and, of course, consequential noise pollution.
Okay, where do residents believe, inclusive of myself, including of me, that the enforcement is selective? Because, when we talk about pollution, you mentioned religion and entertainment, whereas the pollution, and I know LASEPA covers other forms of pollution, environmental pollution, and we see industrial-based pollution happening in certain residential areas, and you're wondering, where is government,
Okay, so the first thing is to sort of separate noise pollution from other environmental pollution problems, right? So the noise level you expect in industries is higher than what you expect in residential neighborhoods. And industries are segmented in zones across
So if
Lagos.
you put your industry, your factory in front of a resident's house,
what is more likely is that the resident moves to the factory side.
No, most unlikely.
Okay, so
The case in question.
Okay, I don't know the specifics, but there are 14 industrial zones in Lagos, and each of these zones, I mean, for Bagada, for instance, yeah. So if it's not an industry, then it cannot get an approval from fiscal planning to open as an industry, right, or as a factory, as it were. Now, if it runs a commercial activity, then it must abide by the regulations covering mixed-use areas, corridors. Yeah. So the moment we approve that a commercial entity opens on a corridor, it becomes mixed use. Right. So the noise levels expected from residential buildings will be lower than mixed use, then lower than commercial, then lower than industrial.
Please let me jump on this. So if this particular person knew that this was residential and then set up an industry there and then comes to you for permits, do you say move your industry, or we now term this place mixed use, which was not originally designed to be mixed use?
So government declines more than 90% of requests to set up businesses in residential zones. A lot of it you will not find, you would not know because it didn't happen. But what we also have realized is that areas must morph, right? Streets that were residential while we're growing up will gradually, because of population increase, so you would need more churches, you need more businesses, more schools. The moment you have a school, it's a business. The moment you have a church, it's a business. The moment you have a mosque, it's a business. So it becomes mixed use. And gradually, high streets in residential neighborhoods become commercial. So people who then live behind, maybe the close behind that high street, now complain of pollution from the businesses on the other side.
Okay, let me ask this question sincerely. Let's not lie. Honestly, let's not lie so that we will not steal. Come back, paro, so that we will not thief.
Good.
Can noise pollution be truly controlled in a city like Lagos? It's a two-in-one question. Because even in this Lagos, you're like, we know that it's part of noise sound. And again, I want to ask, how difficult is it regulating churches, mosques, and clubs? Because when you go to them and say, oh, this is noise pollution, they begin to bind you. You are the forces sent against them. They want to preach the gospel. So it's a two-in-one. Can noise pollution really be controlled in Lagos? And how difficult is it to control churches, mosques, and clubs?
So my approach to that question is to first say yes, it can be controlled. And it is currently being controlled. How? Many communities have been sort of broken down into CDAs and CDCs. And when we work in partnership with them, we're able to agree on what is tolerable in their communities. So when you see that something new is springing up and you think it would disturb your peace of mind in that community, you flag it immediately. We review together and agree on what is allowable. So many communities in Lagos, particularly gated estates, reduce how many of those businesses you can have, right? They know that they cannot have more than this amount of churches or this amount of mosque, or mosque can only announce prayers with their voices, not with public speakers, or you cannot have clubs. I've lived in estates where the moment someone attempts to open a club, everybody begins to make noise about it. They come back to government to say, no, you cannot allow this. And once you don't have community buy-in, you have to stop that process. So it's usually collaborative. And it is unless we have the partnership of the people we may not be able to effectively manage it in specific communities. But yes, it can be managed.
Okay, so for people who have come to you and they've complained about these things, I know that there are some who have come, from other places, and they've come and complain as well. But they've complained that it's slow. The response rate is very, very slow. So how do you handle such kind of...
That's snail speed.
Yeah.
No, it's not snail speed. However,
Let me
tell you what it is. Let me tell you what it is. So when people complain, we get about 70 to 80 complaints every day from across Lagos. We underestimate how large the city is.
Let me times it by 30 days, 78. I'll help you.
So we generally underestimate
2,480 complaints in 1 month.
Yes.
Even DSV
is not
almost 30 million.
Yes, and those are even new complaints.
Wow.
So there are a lot of them are recurrent complaints that you regulate them, you enforce them. They sign agreements that they are going to abide by the regulations. But 6 weeks, 10 weeks down the line, they have one event and then they open fire. Exactly, they open fire again. Then you have to report them again. Now, short of closing down these businesses, which doesn't exactly support their, you can't close down all businesses. So short of closing down all the businesses, a lot of the time we make it more difficult for them to pollute the environment. In terms of the pace of response, we respond immediately. However, the people who complain, a lot of them choose to be anonymous. So when you complain on our portal,
I want my neighbor to fire me.
Make my neighbor see my face.
Report landlord. Report landlord.
Exactly. So it's your choice.
I don't fear no neighbor.
So it's
you are in the Boski, you let war.
So it's typically your choice on whether you want to be anonymous or not. If you don't want to be anonymous, we give you feedback immediately something is done. The first letter, the second letter, the enforcement, you get that feedback. If you choose to be anonymous,
you may not get the feedback.
You may not get, because people are even triggered when someone calls them and says, "We're calling from LASEPA, you reported this person." They are immediately triggered and they wonder, "Why are you calling me? I said I wanted to be anonymous." So that feedback process is where the gap is. A lot of people, most people, up to 80%, want to be anonymous. They don't want to be in the prayers of the churches around them.
And because they will bind you. It's like you are there not to preach the gospel.
Let's get to all the questions. So, beyond noise pollution, you had mentioned that there were other areas.
Yes.
Not exactly only noise. What other noise? What other form of pollution is a violation in the consideration of LASEPA?
Thank you. So it's easy to group them as air, land, and water pollution.
Okay.
Right. On the air side of things, you have noise and emissions. Noise is what we've discussed so far. Emission is another big deal in Lagos.
Big one.
From generators to vehicular emissions to industrial emissions.
Fumigation.
Yes, fumigation. So emissions from business activities is another big deal, and we equally get, well, not as much as noise, but up to 25% of our complaints also come from emissions. Then you go to land pollution. A lot of people...
Waste management.
Not exactly. So there's solid waste, which is the purview of LOMA, right? But there's industrial liquid waste, effluent.
The dangerous one is heavy.
That is discharged. Exactly. That goes into the water bodies around you. A lot of them are lining canals, and they just discharge into those water bodies. When it rains, the rain brings it to you.
Brings it back, yeah.
Now, people don't even know how important this enforcement or this regulatory oversight in that space is. But imagine an area, the industrial zone, where you have pharmaceutical manufacturing and untreated effluents from medicines that have not been used or toxic expired chemicals is sent straight into your drain. When rain washes it back to you, it becomes a problem. Sometimes biological effluents, from food and beverage industries, food manufacturing, when it gets into the drainages, it can distort the ecosystem in some way. So we regulate that as well. Then in the water, across all the 37 water bodies in Lagos, we monitor pollution, dumping of waste in water, specifically effluents and liquid waste, like I said. The ecosystem of that water, people don't know that there's an actual density, that is measured twice a year across all the water bodies in Lagos. And this feeds into the data that academia uses. A lot of our decision making also is based on that. A lot of the water sports and the activity we do on water depend on the pollution load in that water.
The water,
Yes, so nobody will do an E1 in Lagos without first measuring the pollution load. So the pollution load history.
You would like to load yourself. That is one where they spend plenty money.
But it was really beautiful.
Yeah, it was actually.
It's so
Let's go on to.
put Lagos on.
Now, I want to ask: is LASEPA using technology to improve enforcement?
100%.
Wow.
Okay. Now, the first. No,
they can't.
People are still burning.
Is there a place we can report?
Yes. So. Regulatory oversight, monitoring, complaints can be done on all our platforms. Our website has a very detailed form that you fill. We have a portal now where you can even track, for those that have chosen to be, you can track the progress of your reporting. So if you've reported, you see if the first letter has been sent. So there are 2 levels. You first have to send a warning letter. That's what the law says. You first notice that what you're doing is affecting the quality of life of your residents or your neighbors. If the person doesn't respond, then you send a second one. Okay. If the person still doesn't respond,
what do you do?
Then you now go and enforce. Okay. Enforcement means use of force, right? Yeah. So you carry police, go and say.
Arrest the person.
Commando style.
So you have to do that.
It's at that point that corruption comes.
And it is when they realize that they messed up.
They are not there.
So I disagree that there will be corruption, because if someone has refused to respond to you twice or thrice, and you go there with the full force of the law.
You're not going there for negotiation anymore.
You are not negotiating anything.
They flouted
negotiation. You first be sealed. And then you cannot be open in first 72 hours. That's punishment. For most businesses, the goal is that you feel the pain of flouting the regulation.
Let's talk about ignorance of environmental laws. Do you think it's a major problem in this part of the world? And how best do you think citizens of, Nigeria, Lagos,
especially,
would be able to understand these environmental laws? Is there anything LASEPA is doing to ensure that they know the laws? We see them in our faces and nobody will say they are ignorant.
Okay, so environmental laws globally, the basic ones that affect residents generally are mostly common sense laws, right? That's one. That's one.
Common sense law.
Yes. So there's law and order, and that is the fulcrum on which every city is built, right? So beyond basic things, then we do a lot of advocacy, even on the basic things. Don't defecate in public. It doesn't. It is not edifying in any way. Yes. You cannot. It's not also right to urinate in public. Flinging and dragging.
Are you taking cognizance of the fact that many people are coming from different parts of the country where some of these things are not seen as laws, and even though you have it as common sense here, it's acceptable where they're coming
some
from.
other places.
So they are not. Most of them know that it is not appropriate, right? If you can't get to Beggar as a bus stop where you have like 1,001 people looking at you, and you think the decent thing to do is to pull down your pants. I don't think that anybody needs to be taught that. However, in terms of advocacy, championing this communication with people, we do a lot. We cut across from primary, secondary, tertiary institutions first. Then we go to marketplaces, bus stops. We engage different groups.
Come and send me as ambassador. I like it. Let's be shouting for that.
Sorry. So I wanted to ask this question. I wanted to ask that. Okay. So what about people who cannot read? Because you said we can go to your website and do language. So what about those people that can't even get? They don't know how to go to websites and everything.
Ramatu's question. So to use your website, to use your application, because I did the petition to FCCPC. The person that sold bad product for me called me yesterday. I'm telling you. But the FCCPC had also called me. I was supposed to upload certain pictures. I only wrote my petition. So what would you require in reporting an air pollution, for instance? Pictures, how do you want them to report it? What are the things, how do you expect so that people...
So the most detailed format is the one on our website. It has the option of uploading pictures, videos, and then if you have a noise monitor and you record a video displaying the noise monitor live with geolocation.
So we'll go buy noise monitor.
No, you don't have to buy it. It's an app on your phone. You can download. Yeah, there are free apps that do it.
Tell our people. We didn't know.
So if you search for Decibel on any of your app stores, there are more than 30 of them. 90% of them are free.
You see when they suffer us not.
If you download them,
what you are looking for in Shokoto,
ignorant
is inside your pocket. So if you download them, you monitor. If you send us a video evidence with geolocation, date and time, and location of that space, plus the noise monitor or noise level reading, we don't have to come and verify. We can come and enforce immediately because there's already evidence. Now, if you don't do that, if you just text us and say, I have noise or I have problem here, we will have to come and confirm first. Because a lot of these things also, you see a lot of two fighting.
False alarm.
Okay, so let me.
That's like, my neighbor must see.
So what I'm just trying to say is, I'm trying to talk about the people that cannot be reached in the sense that it's not everybody who is catered to all the people that are not even educated. Because the person that goes to we on the streets is not like, I don't think anybody that is civilized will do that. So me, I'm talking about the people going to access that website. It's not everybody that knows how to go and open website. I want to report Nima. She do this. You do understand? So what other medium can you be reached?
So
other than
first
website?
of all, we have offices in every local government. So you can just walk in and report directly to a human being.
This person call report.
So directly to a human being who is sitting in front, you can talk to them and say, my neighbor is doing 1, 2, 3. They will send a staff with you to verify at the time of the pollution, right? So that exists for people who cannot read or write.
Okay.
The alternative is to come straight to Alausa. Come to my office.
They will enter.
Open door. Again, for people who cannot read or write, but it's so much easier now. You can go on the internet. There are 4 different levels. There are phone numbers as well. If you can't read and write, you can call us.
So what about how do you? Is there an app to measure air pollution? So let me tell you why I say this place is not most unlikely that is an industrial place. Right in front of my house, they are spraying wood.
Okay.
Every day I complain they change the fragrance of the
from chocolate to mahogany to Iroko.
And I know it's not safe because I was born by a firefighter. I did a lot of health service environmental awareness, raising my kids there. But I didn't have it. I thought I was safe. I was moving to a place where I can see fresh air every day until the activity changed. It was a pure water factory before it changed to that. Without concern about us, because he doesn't live there.
You have reported, Abby?
Don't tire to report.
So I can take this up immediately, and I'll show you that over the next couple of days, we'll visit. So in fact, people will visit today. Then within the next 2 weeks, we'll make sure there's a sanction.
Should I shock you? Somebody on YouTube already said Nima's neighbors go hear from her lawyers. That's it. You see, it's Nima.
So how prepared is Lagos for future environmental changes? Are you guys prepared? Are you working with are you collaborating with other agencies?
Ministry of Environment,
Absolutely. So Lagos is a 21st century city. Be sure that we're pioneering anything in Africa.
Flagship states.
Yes, very, very flagship. I can give you like 5. Right.
Give us.
The first thing is that
let's
priding people.
We actually have to show the workings. So the first thing is on our air quality monitoring, air pollution monitoring across the town. For industrial zones and some commercial zones, we have monitors that have been installed across the town, over 200 of them, displaying particulate matter or whatever is in the air. There are 10 parameters, but the one that concerns us, yes, in all the local governments. So these monitors give us results, live results, and then you can check the results live on our website. If you go on our website, click air quality, you see the air quality map of Lagos. Same thing goes with noise. In those places where those monitors are installed, and I can bet you most of the club avenues, restaurants, event center corridors have those monitors installed.
That's where you focused on.
Well, because they are the biggest headache areas.
Yes, they will
So if you go on our website, you can check the live noise monitoring across Lagos. So again, there's a noise map of Lagos. The third leg is our work around the carbon registry, right? The big cities in the world are doing a lot of work with carbon credits and carbon registry. We set up a carbon registry. We are operationalizing the market. And this is like the first subnational in Africa to do it. So we're very much ahead of the curve. We're planning also for the next level pollution that we would have in Lagos. The industrialization of certain corridors, the massive industrialization in certain corridors in Lagos will not happen or will not go without some level of pollution. There's no city in the world where you have heavy industrial activity on the Lagos scale that you don't have pollution. So we have put things in place to make sure that we've put monitoring in place. We've put sensors all over the place to make sure that we're seeing it as it happens and we're able to control it before it gets bad.
Right. I think I'll just want to ask lastly, there's this thing in town, like Lagos is smelly. Lagos is populated. So I just want people to hear from the horse's mouth. What are the don'ts that people should abide with going forward if they don't want this smelling their Lagos.
Even what they must
they know what they should do, but what should they don't? Because what they should do, they don't do it. They will not be attacking the thing that they shouldn't do. So please help us tell them and enlighten us.
So my general response to Lagos' smelling is to ask where exactly you find smelling.
Okay.
There's no smell without action or activity. Okay. If you tell me your street, someone comes up and says, I cannot walk on my street because it's smelling. It means you're not clearing the drainages on your street.
The street is dirty.
And the drainage in front of your house is your responsibility. So it means that you need an environmental health official to come and twist you to clean your own house. If you tell me that the dump site or the biggest dump site in Lagos or in Nigeria is smelling, it is a dump site. You don't expect fragrance from a dump site. So if you tell me, again, if you tell me that a place where people defecate is smelling, then we'll come and we arrest people every day.
Including you, that probably
every day.
You cannot park the people there.
Okay, so I want to find out noise pollution, the one that comes from conductors, is that one noise pollution?
It's noise.
Because they don't even pronounce that one very well.
Lagos, you know, it's a familiar noise. We love that one.
And you know, they don't call that thing very well. I remember when I just came into Lagos, and they were, one was saying Ikeja. Me, I wanted to go to Ikeja. I was now waiting for Ikeja. The girl, Ikeja. I said
you lost.
I stayed there. They went for Ikeja. So I have not just the noise pollution, they are not pronouncing it very well.
So what do you want?
How do you partner Loma? I don't know who is responsible for building public toilets, because you know when you emphasize on public open defecation and peeing around in certain areas, you will see the helplessness of people who would rather use a private place to defecate.
Let me explain. So open defecation is a problem in every growing city, right? Everywhere in Africa, or every growing city, even in the world, there are homeless people everywhere. So they will always defecate somewhere. Lagos State has 1,710 public toilets all over town, and these are the ones that we have mapped.
You have in Apapa?
Yes, we do.
What the Yagbele Express?
Again, Apapa is peculiar because the truck drivers just park somewhere and then just do it there.
Oh God!
So sort of, for me, the fact that we arrest them all the time, even in action. In fact, at some point we had to buy cane and torchlight for the people around them to flog their head while they are bending down. So apart from building the
we have to I would have wanted to ask that generators are part of noise pollution, right?
Correct.
Are you people doing anything to ensure that we have electricity, so we don't need to buy generators? But when you come back next time, you will tell us what you have done. So if you have not done anything, go and work on it. Thank you so much for joining us on the show today. We've been talking to the General Manager of the Lagos State Environmental Protection Agency, LASEPA, Dr. Babatunde Ajayi. Thank you for your insights.
Thank you very much.
And thank you, ladies, for a wonderful show today. We'll see you again tomorrow for another beautiful show. Bye-bye now.
The following is a paid presentation by ShopX TV.
Do you have the fitness level you really want? Have you paid for gym membership and never gone again? Are you struggling with exercises that don't deliver results? Or do you find yourself spending hours in the gym with little to show for it? Traditional workouts can be boring and ineffective. You need a solution that combines efficiency, versatility, and delivers results. Introducing the SportsX Ultimate Total Crunch, the super 6-in-1 exercise machine designed to elevate your fitness journey. Say goodbye to ineffective routines and hello to a workout that really works. With the SportsX Ultimate Total Crunch cutting-edge technology, you can change your body in just 15 minutes a day. Its enhanced features